Hello, this is just for clickbait purposes. You remember Balotelli scoring that goal in football in Germany? You will not, right? Yeah, he did that pose. And I call this peak performance what he did. Of course, not what I do here. Alright, so why all this? I don't know. I just need to get some attention because today we will make a video about life hacks and how you can get your chemistry running. And you know, my approach will be different than what most coaches will tell you, because nowadays when you watch advertisements on YouTube or wherever, there's often like clickbait. They try to tell you something in an easy way to do this or that, and like before, after, and I lost 1 week in 7 days kind of stuff. Yeah, and my approach will be the opposite of that. So, to get your chemistry running, in other words, you need to eliminate short-term rewards. And this is what they try to bait you with. They say you can get lasting results in small time, and this will not work. So all kinds of rewards you can give to yourself, such as it can be sweets, it can be coffee, it can be alcohol, it can be sex, it can be instant videos, short videos you watch, TV, anything you consume, chips, anything instant. If you remove these short-term rewards, it will change the chemistry in your brain, because each time you do this, or you like smoke a cigarette, whatever, it triggers all kinds of things, but most of the times dopamine will be involved, or it can also be sedation, so that you numb yourself. If you look at nicotine, it is a very strong poison, and your body will be poisoned, and this is why it sets to an alert state. It's afraid to die, and this is why it pushes away feelings that should help you, like hunger or fatigue. You don't feel anything anymore, and this also can make you addicted of this, and it cuts you away. It distracts your own chemistry from communicating with you. When we are smoking, there is in your body, in your brain, there is a cannabinoid system. I think it's in the limbic system, and it is deeply connected to the natural reward system. So it should motivate you to do things. We came from the jungle, now we live in a concrete jungle. And if the monkey, the man, the person, if the monkey wants to eat something, if he's hungry, because he can't smoke a cigarette, so he's hungry, he feels his hunger, he needs to make a plan. How do I get that sugar sweet nice fruit? and he makes a plan so he don't get eaten by predators, and he gets out of his nest. He orientates himself in the world, takes good care, climbs up the tree, and he gets this nice fruit that rewards him. And in his cannabinoid system, he will be rewarded with chemistry. So his own chemistry is working for him. In other words, if this monkey gets a good spliff with tobacco in it, he won't feel the hunger anymore. um, but the marijuana will dock on the cannabinoid receptors and reward you, so you feel like everything is, you already accomplished everything. And this at the same time takes away the motivation to do certain things. Yes, so all these things I talked about are short-term rewards that you can easily access nowadays. And these are all things that are in advertised. There are a lot of commercials about this. The system we live in want to sell these things to you, and they tell you it makes you happy, but the opposite is the truth. It's all short-term rewards that trigger dopamine release in your brain, that reward you in some way, that satisfy you. But by this, you bypass the motivations and reward system of the brain, which is also called the cannabinoid system, but also the dopamine system. You can check this out in the internet. Today, we have all the information available. And instead of this, it is if you reduce these things, you have to get a lever in without breaking something, because it's yourself. Don't be too hard to yourself, but you need to get a lever in to change if you want to change the way you operate, how your chemistry works, because your chemistry determines everything. It's a little bit like this last video I made with the 3 sides: the psychological side, the biochemical side, and the spiritual side of this. If you take out as much of the short-term rewards, if you start your leverage at some point, it could be, let's say, you're in a stable situation, whatever, you have a good relationship, and this means you have not a high stress level, and then you say, okay, now I start quit smoking. And once you have implemented the quit smoking, it will help you to gain new resources to improve something else. But do not be too hard to yourself. This is what I mean with when you get this lever in to change, do not break something, Discipline is always, if you want to change, discipline, as much as we might dislike this word and everything connected with it, discipline should be your friend. But for me personally, I can tell you, it never works in a sense of forcing myself, like almost raping myself to do something. No. Find your way to get leverage on this, and then strategically make the right changes and keep the reward in mind. It should be rewarding, you should level up, you should feel better from it actually. But if you remove dopamine from the system, if you say, okay, I do not smoke the cigarette, I don't eat the sweets, I leave the chocolate away, well, not every chocolate is bad, then you need to replace it with something. And then coming in the long-term rewarding things. You will need some time. You can use isolation, you can use fastening, different ways of fastening, but you need to inform yourself about them, whether it's intermittent fastening or, let's say, not eating for 5 days or longer. You need to inform yourself, not just stop eating. This will be detrimental for your health, okay? In order to get clarity, in order to find out what you want to do to make yourself happy in a long term. It could be running. Sports is always good. Sports will also, if you do it the right way, improve your mental health by a large margin, because the hippocampus is very important for neurogenesis, which means new brain cells can be produced, and they will also generate mental energy. And the mental energy, there is a mental energy, they found it out, and I think somebody got a prize for it, because the economy is very interested in this mental energy. This is what think tanks use when they think, because it's a mental energy which is used for real thinking processes, and it is depleted over the day. And when you come home from work super stressed out, everything is, you have given everything away, you don't even want to think about your own life anymore, nothing, you're just done. Then you have depleted this mental energy, and it is related to the hippocampus. And when you do sports, you do something for the hippocampus, it's very good, and this increase your mental energy. If you have more mental energy, you can think about yourself and change your life for the better, which is a positive circle. Okay. Other long-term goals could be anything that you like, any passion you like to do, going out there and get that reward, making music, learning music somewhere, talking to people, playing theater, starting a martial art, go painting. All these things are long-term rewarding for your brain. And then, again, I want to tell you something else. And do not be fooled by these offers that tell you you can lose 20 pounds in 1 week by doing this or doing that wonder diet or whatever. These things will not work for a long time. You need to change your lifestyle in order to change yourself. You need to change your chemistry in order to change your reality. And there are the 3 sides. You can say it's also on a spiritual level. If you say, I'm stop watching porns, I stop eating sugar, this will also clean your mind in some way and open it for a whole different kind of experiences. So this would be kind of the spiritual side of it. But it's also hard to sometimes separate these, because psychological things are deeply connected to physical things. There's almost no difference, because immediately if you have the psychological experience, the psychological changes, they are mirrored in the body via hormones and other substances that are released into your system. So they are all interconnected, okay? And I want you to have good discernment. So if you see someone telling you you can make $1,000 easy in a week on the Wall Street by trading cryptocurrencies, whatever, or by doing a business the way I know how to do the business, but I can tell you and I can sell you the information about it. I can sell you how to easily lose weight. Um, you know, then if somebody tells you you can easily make money in a short time, then I wonder, why is this person making high quality videos? Why is the person not making that money? And there's two reasons why he should not make videos then. The first reason is he could invest his time in making money for himself. The second reason is he don't want others to do the same thing as him, because these will be competitors for him. Okay? They will take the market he is in for themselves. So do not believe people who ever promise you easy ways, bro. Rather trust David Goggins, okay? Alright, so the good message on this thing is that the best things in life are free. Don't buy them. You don't have to buy them, you don't have to. The less you consume things, the better, the more happy you will be. The less you try to be the person on that Instagram account, the less you follow these pictures of happy kids eating bullshit, the less your kids will be poisoned by these things. So the best things in life are free. Of course, if you do a martial art, if you learn music, it will cost some money, but this is very well invested money. And it will, you can't invest money better than investing in yourself. And then another good message in this thing is that the best things in life cannot be abused. So if we're talking about philosophy or martial art, they are also interconnected. Some of the best martial artists like Miyamoto Musashi or Bruce Lee, they were the same way philosophers as they did their martial art. And they have a lot of similarities too. The basic philosophy of both of these guys was about the nature of water. And what I want to say with this is, if a person learns, let's say, Chinese Kung Fu or another martial art, he will only unlock the deeper mysteries of this and the things that can set him apart. If he is completely ready, if he has the maturity and a whole wide array of abilities that make him mature, so he will not abuse his knowledge, and this is the enabling factor for him to unlock all the truths about this. So the more responsible a person is, the better he can learn these things. And there is a lot of them. It's not only with philosophy or martial arts, it's actually with everything in life. And this is also why we do not compete with others. We only compete with our own version of today. We want to be better tomorrow. Okay. So, at the end of this video, I want to give you a list of life hacks you can use to skyrocket your chemistry. And I've written them down on a list. And I just give it to you, and you will have to get your information about them. I will not take the responsibility for whatever you do at home. And you will have to do research, because whatever you do it on your own risk. Okay? So if you, let's say, watch David Goggins and he is doing a 130-mile race without preparation, and he can do it, doesn't mean you can do it. You have to know your limits, know yourself. Okay? And I wrote down in no certain sequence. So one thing that you can do in order to boost your testosterone as a man, because it's important for you, is to just do gestures that are like winning, you know. If you do this gesture like, and think about, visualize, you won, you know, you're a winner. You just open up, you know, hello world, here I am. I'll take on the world, come at me. This will alone boost your testosterone, you know. And you have to know that visualization in general is important. I might come back to that if we have some time left at the end of this video. And then we have seed retention, which is a very strong life hack as well. You can inform yourself about it. And I have the Wim Hof method, which is a combined voluntary exposure to cold combined with a breathing technique. It's super effective. And for me, it changed the whole way I perceive cold. From victim mentality to, hey, cool, it's nice, it's cold outside, let's go, you know. You have something to do instead of having to think about how do I go back into the warm. No, you say, oh, right, here I am, I'm ready for this, okay? I don't, you know, if I forgot something, if I forgot my warm jacket, I know what to do. I can do my breathing technique and I have my experiences, what to do, and I can cope with the cold. And then I have sunlight exposure in the morning time, especially, is important because it's for your vitamin levels, of course. I think it's B12, but also for the dopamine and for the sleep and wake rhythm. It's very important for human beings to get real sunlight. And then I have isolation. You can use isolation combined with meditations, fastening, whatever, whenever you need more clarity in your life. Then I have intermittent fastening, which is a way to implement a little bit of fastening in everyday life without having the danger of collapsing because you don't get enough nutrients. I can recommend that method with, I think it's 16-8 rhythm. So you eat in a time window of 8 hours and you're not taking in anything for 16 hours. And yeah, and then combined, sorry, I forgot something about the light exposure in the morning. You go into the sunlight. It is also very good if in the night you make your room really, really, really very dark. Okay? This will increase your sleep, and this increased sleep will increase your time of being awake. Okay, and for visualizations, please be creative. If you have something that comes to you like a vision or an idea and you like it, then hold it, grasp it, and build it, develop it in your mind and use it for yourself. It is very good to move towards positive goals. It is better than running away from yourself, from a negative picture of yourself, because some people have a negative picture. They think something in them is bad. Do not ever feel feelings of guilty. Don't take them from anybody. You're not guilty for anything, okay? No feelings of guilt. And do not feel self-pity. This is the worst thing for men. And one more thing about men and testosterone. Beer is, on a scientific level, absolutely testosterone killer. But on a psychological level, it might not be that bad. Obviously, I don't have time to go into this now. Okay, sorry. Just think about it, and let me know in the comments what you think about that. Yeah, this is my list of life hacks for you. And to the visualizations, I just want to tell you, you can use them whenever you have a problem. Make a visualization that helps you. If you have the feeling you need to take back energy, make a visualization of it. Okay? Like, I'll make another video out of this too, because we're right now at the time limit. And I wish you a great day, a nice start of the week, and get your chemistry running, sisters, brothers, in a positive way. Let your body work for you. Your body's chemistry is designed to attract and manifest anything that you want and need in life. But let it work. You stand in your own way if you consume all the things the system wants you to consume. Find your own way.